Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hokies will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Florida State's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was
Block
going
it up,
with
boys.
And
Block
the
it up.
big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Sperry. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take him back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Right now.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
Puts it out of the air.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's Polk. He is not going to get there. Stop short of the line.
My bad, boys. My bad. I'm bad on offense, guys.
The Hokies send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's got it. He's got great speed. Touchdown, no! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. And they get to the quarterback and knock him
Dude, if
down.
you don't get rid of it,
16.
use this
This
defense.
defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Oh, they're after him.
What?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on that track. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Florida State!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there.
What up, Guapo? It's been alright. You might be on the move.
Just take a knee, and this
Could
drive
be on
will
the move.
start at the 25. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive
How's Madden
play to
League
wake
treating
themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the
MSFL.
first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to
This
throw
was
your
not as
primary
crazy
target
as
like it
college,
was on that last
but
one.
could be on our move. Could be on our way here
It's
soon.
Herring. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll
Yeah,
see if they
dude.
can do it
Like,
again.
if I wasn't in these other 2-man leagues, I would have not played that. Would not play that. You
Starts
gotta
a
set
drive
yourself
trying
on
to
a
go up
delay,
top.
dude.
They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage
I
by
don't
that
know how
defense.
you
Just
can
a short pickup. Got the
snipe,
completion on the last
stream
play. Still
snipe,
some work to do on second down.
play the game.
Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
If I wasn't
Really good
kind
job
of,
by the coverage team to
I
make
wouldn't
the
say
stop, and
buddies
that's
with
where they'll put
some
it
of
in
those
play.
dudes, but
First
kind
down
of
of this
league
drive will come from inside the
founding
15 at their
guys,
own
I would have never
14-yard
tried that
line.
play. I had to give it a try.
First play of the drive wants to throw. Setting up the screen. Didn't
With
have much
NSFL.
room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Back to pass, it's Harry. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's a kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet, and they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here comes the heat. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Berry. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
Brings it down on the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Quick strike complete. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense,
Look it down, boys.
defense
Look it down.
can't be right.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs
Trying to get it in. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play, get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Got a man. It's Gibson. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown,
underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Herring. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that one.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves.
It's a seam wide open. The 40. The 20. He's up. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Noles. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Handoff to the lone back. Headed to the end end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
To the air, it's Herring. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. This one's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
25 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Wants to throw. It's Herring. He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top.
No, right to.
A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Herring. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime. They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the other.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the back. Hard running there. Got enough for the first. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Polk. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. And that's why they're so tough to stop.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Rushes on him. It's caught. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Noles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. He's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Using his legs, it's Cook. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. And the Hokies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock.
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me. Not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Cook. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Herring. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Let's it fly. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The Seminoles are on the move. He wants to throw it again. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Irvin. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. He's open on the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Pulls and fires complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Foster. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. On the ground, it's Irvin. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice.
All by himself down the middle.
He's gonna outrun him.
Keeps it and gets the 1st down. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the single back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to...
Wide open spaces. He's at the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. First down here for the offense. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
What week is this? Week 11. We ain't getting